everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on our Early Childhood Global Spotlight series that we have been doing on Facebook Live. Dear friends, today we are very excited to be joined by Mr. Andres, who is from Arizona, US. I thank you, Andres, for joining us on our Spotlight series today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it, Atul. So thankful to be here.
Yes. So Andreas is a motivational speaker and coach by profession. Without taking much time, I will invite Andreas to speak to you guys. So, Andreas, tell us about yourself and how you have become a motivational speaker and coach.
Okay, thank you, Atul. I'll kind of start it off where I was at one point in my life, and this was many years ago. I was working at a job that I didn't like. I was really depressed, feeling anxiety every day, just because I was just feeling really bored with life. I was just not happy with myself, with what I was doing with my life. And so that depression, that anxiety started to get even worse as the years went on. And I was pretty much stuck. I felt like I couldn't do anything with my life. And so that led to me not being feeling fulfilled. So I started to look for fulfillment in other things. And that's when I started to get into trouble with, doing things like drinking alcohol, doing drugs, overeating. I was eating a lot of unhealthy foods. And because I was eating a lot of unhealthy foods, now I was weighing 265 and was now even more depressed because of my physique. So I was uh, I was really unhappy with myself. And I felt that I was dying inside, but outside as well because of my physique. And so took me down a path that was full of just self destruction. And because of that, I I just didn't even have any care for myself. I wasn't taking care of myself. So it was a really tough time. But then when I found out that I was going to have a baby, that's when everything started to change in my life. I I got on a diet, and then I started exercising. I joined a weight loss competition, and I don't want to brag, but I won the weight loss competition, and
Oh, wow.
I won $400. But I also felt better about myself. And then I was thinking to myself, "Wow, I lost weight, but still there was still something missing in my life." There was I felt in my heart that there was something more to this life than what I was just doing. And so that's when I listened to a motivational audio by Les Brown. I don't know if you're familiar with Les Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's an amazing speaker. And when I heard him speak, he said something that caught my attention. He said, "Many people will leave the universe without a trace, and under their name you can put not used up." And then I told myself, man, that's me. I'm not being used up. I feel like I'm not using my full potential. So then that led to my journey of following my goals and dreams, which was to be a stand-up comedian. So I started doing stand-up comedy, and I did stand-up comedy for a few years. And I was really terrible at stand-up comedy. At first I would get crickets, people would not laugh, I would get silence. It was terrible, man. I remember the first time that I did stand-up comedy, my friend Gene, I told him, "Hey man, go with me, go watch me do stand-up." And he's like, "Man, I can't, I have Bible study today, I can't miss Bible study." And I said, "Come on man, I'll buy you dinner." And he says, "Okay then, let's go." So then I still remember when I went to the comedy club, and everybody, it was, the slots were already all filled up. So I said, "Okay, cool. I don't have to do stand-up comedy," because it was an open mic where you volunteer to be on there. And I remember the waitress went up to us and she said, "Hey guys, um, what would you like to have?" And he's like, "Hey," my friend Gene was telling her, "Hey, you know what? He wants to do stand-up comedy, but the spots are filled up. Is there any way that he can do it?" And then I said, "No, no, it's okay, man. I don't want to do it." because I just didn't want to do it. And then she said, let me check with my manager. And then she came back and said, hey guys, we can actually put you in to do stand-up comedy. And I said, oh my God, I got really nervous. And so I ended up doing stand-up comedy that night, and I only got one person to laugh that night, and it was my friend Gene. He was the one that laughed.
Okay. Oh, amazing. So
So
you
yeah,
had one person to laugh. So that is a great lesson, I think. So big dreams start small.
yes.
I think the first audience is just one person,
Hmm.
and that's I think great. Carry on, please carry on. I thought I'll
Yeah,
just, yeah.
yeah, thank you. And so then I noticed that I wasn't that good of a comedian, and somebody told me, hey, do public speaking, you'll get better as a comedian. So then I joined this club called Toastmasters, and in this club, it was such an amazing club. As soon as I got there, everybody was so supportive. Everybody would tell me, you I can see you as a motivational speaker. And I would tell myself, really? You see that in me? And I didn't see that in myself. And you see, sometimes when we don't see something for ourselves, sometimes we have to have somebody who sees something that we don't see in ourselves. And that's what happened with Toastmasters. They were incredible people. They would tell me, hey, I see a lot of great potential in you. With public speaking, what that helped me with was it helped me become a better comedian. And now I was actually doing better. I was actually getting laughs. At one point, I had some times where people were just laughing really loud because I became better as a comedian. But now I was looking at motivational speaking. I told myself, wow, it's cool to be a comedian, but I actually would love to be a motivational speaker. So that's the beauty about when you go for your goals and your dreams. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be doing that exactly, because when you pursue your goals and dreams, you start looking at other endeavors that you might have never even thought of. Now I'm thinking, wow, I want to be a motivational speaker. So then I left the comedy scene. I then got into motivational speaking, and I first started, like you said, I first started speaking in front of 2 people. Then it became 4 people, and then eventually hundreds of people, and it just kept growing. But I had to take that first step. The first step was just recording myself in front of a camera. It was just recording myself and speaking to the camera. Sometimes I would talk to Elmo and Transformers. I would get my kids' toys and I would lay them out, and I would pretend they were the audience, and I would talk to them. I even
Mm.
I even built a stage in my backyard. It's with some wood from a store, and I built my own stage and I practiced out there in the backyard. I just did so many things, and that just made me a better speaker. I also would do in the shower. I would speak motivation while I was taking a shower. I would just be practicing all the time. And then people started asking me, like, hey, how did you become a motivational speaker? And then that's what led me to become a life coach, so that I could help people take their life to the next level, so that they can believe in themselves and pursue their goals and dreams, and ultimately find their life's purpose. Because I believe that we all have a purpose, and we all have something special within us. Sometimes we just need somebody to give us that little push in order for us to pursue that goal or that dream, because we can't do this by ourselves. I can't do this by myself. I have my mentors, I have my coaches, and they help me push me to the next level. So that's just a little bit about how I got started as that's my journey, as when I was
Amazing.
struggling, and then now I became a motivational speaker and coach.
Excellent. I think what a transformation, man. And that too after marriage, and I saw one of your photographs where you were like, like this, even more than me. And I think you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And I read it on your website. I think you were facing depression, and then you came out of it. Not only came out of it, you transformed yourself. So I think great lesson to be learned from you, my dear friend. So how has coaching helped you, Andres, and your clients?
Hmm. So coaching for me, what it's helped me is to make sure that I stay accountable, to make sure that I am constantly taking action every single day to make sure that I continue to make progress with my goals and my dreams. So I'm always getting new insights from my coach, because sometimes I could be so tunnel vision. I could just be focused on just one thing. But then when you start speaking to a coach, they start seeing this side and what's up here, down there. And that has helped me out tremendously, because we kind of bounce off each other ideas, and then we create something during that session. So that's how it's helped me out tremendously for me. And when I'm ever having like self-doubt or worries, my mentor, my coaches, they've already been through something similar. So when I speak to them about that, they tell me, hey, you know what? How about you do this? Try this out. And then I try it out and I say, wow, that helped me. Thank you so much. And it's because they have already been through it. So they know exactly what tools I need in order for me to not stay stuck in that. I could have anxiety. I mean, I have anxiety sometimes, it creeps in every now and then, but I don't stay there because of the tools that I've been handed by my coaches. And that's what I do with my clients. What I love doing with my clients is I like helping them create a strategy and get some clarity of their vision, what they desire for their future. And then we just create a strategies to make sure that they are taking actionable steps every week, every month, every quarter, every half a year, so that they can make sure that they're making progress. Because like the great Tony Robbins said, progress equals happiness. When we're not making progress, we're staying stagnant. And when we're staying stagnant, we are not using our potential, because as human beings, we have unlimited potential. But when we're not using our potential to the max, we take little action, which gets little results, which gives us very little belief. And if we have very little belief, we again tap into a very little bit of our potential. We take very little action, very little results, leads to no belief. Then we stay stuck in fear, and then we give up on our goals and our dreams. But just imagine if we were to tap into our full potential, because we have this amazing potential within us. If we were to tap into that potential, we would take amazing action, get amazing results, and then create belief. And then if we have belief, then we'll take even more action, tap into more of our potential, and then get even better results. And that's just the cycle. Hey, tap into your potential, take action, get results, and then have belief. And then once you have amazing belief, you'll have the confidence and the competence to make sure that you continue to move towards your journey on your vision, and making sure you're taking actionable steps. And then what I also like to do with my clients is I like to dive deep into their fears. What is the fear that is stopping you from moving forward? And I've come across, every time that I have a coaching session, I have 5 fears that I keep seeing people have. And it's always the same 5 fears. And so, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, carry on, carry on.
Yes. So the 5 fears, I'll just tell you really quick. It's the fear of stepping out of their comfort zone. They're either too comfortable at a job, or they're too comfortable in what they do, and they don't want to step out of their comfort zone because maybe they might leave friends behind, or maybe their identity might be sabotaged, or people think, oh my God, but this is the person that I am. Even though I'm miserable, this is what I'm known for. Yeah, but if you're miserable, why would you want to keep doing that? Do something different. The next one is the fear of rejection. What if I get rejected? What if somebody, I go and try to sell this product and they tell me no? And then the fear of failure. We fear that, what if it doesn't work? What if it's something that, if I try and if I fail? But it's okay if you fail. Failure is great. Failure is where you learn. Failure is where you grow. Like, don't be afraid of failure. We're all going to have failures. And then the last 2 are the biggest ones. The fear of what will people think or say about me? Because we care too much sometimes about what others say rather than what our heart says. So just remember, the heart is where the truth is, and make sure that you follow your heart. And then the final one is I'm not worthy. Who am I to do motivational speaking? Who am I to be a life coach? I'm only a customer service agent. I'm only a electrician. I'm only a plumber. Why would I be able to do motivational speaking or coaching or acting or singing? And that question that I have for you is, why not? Why not do it? You do have the potential to do it. It's all about belief. That's why I wear this shirt all the time. I believe in myself. I wear these bracelets. I believe in myself because it's a constant reminder that if I don't believe in myself, nobody else will. So it's really important to have that belief. So that's what I help my clients with when it comes to coaching. I also have another element. I don't know if you want me to share that as well, but Atul.
Yes.
If you like, I can share the. Can I share the final element that I have
You,
to help?
yes, you can tell.
Yeah. So the final one is energy. So in order for us to make sure that we accomplish our vision, is we have to have energy. You know, if you come to the room like this, like, hey, how's it going, guys? I'm going to motivate you today. You're not going to motivate anybody. But if you come with, hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? You know, I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to inspire you. You know, I believe in you. You feel the difference in the energy. So the energy I help my clients with is I tap into four things that either give us energy or drain our energy. And that is the habits that we have. If we have habits which, you know, we're eating unhealthy, like I used to eat unhealthy, I didn't exercise, that lowers your energy. But let's say you're eating healthier or you're exercising, then of course you're going to have more energy. And then it's the places that we go to. If you go to a job that you don't like, you're going to have low energy. But if you go to somewhere where you get inspired, whether it's church, whether it's a club or organization, and you get inspired, then your energy is going to go up. And then the final two are the biggest ones, and that's the people you're around. The people we're around, they can either drain our energy or give us energy. So that's why we always have to find these people who are constantly trying to grow and take their life to the next level. And then the final one is our thoughts. Our thoughts, they can make us well and they can make us sick. And if we don't take care of our thoughts, they can drain our energy. I know I've had many times where my energy is drained because of my thoughts. And we have to be very aware of our thoughts every day, because we think 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day. That's
Yes.
3,000 thoughts per hour. And if we're not standing guard at the door of our mind and we allow a lot of negativity to get in there, like social media or negative news, it'll consume us and it'll create our reality, because our thoughts
Absolutely. Yeah.
are very powerful. You know, they create a feeling, we take an action, we get a result. If we get a lousy result, here comes another negative self-talk, another negative word, another negative thought, feeling, action, result. And it's just a vicious cycle that can lead to depression, anxiety, like it did for me. So it's very important that you watch what you're thinking and what you're saying to yourself, because just remember, you are always listening. You're the one that's always there. So make sure it's something positive. You know, if you tell yourself I can't, take off that T and then say I can, or it's possible. The words you speak are very powerful. They could lead to a life of happiness or a life of misery. The choice is ours. So we have to be very aware of what we are putting in our minds, making sure that it's not consuming us negatively.
Amazing. I think so many positive thoughts you've already given to stay positive. Any other tools that you want to share with our viewers, during these times that they can use to stay positive? Any other thing that you want to share?
Absolutely.
What
Actually,
tools?
I was thinking that, like, what if we do something together, you and I, right now? Would you like to do that?
Carry on. Yes.
Okay, cool. So then let's do this. You and I, Atul. So let's sit up. Let's sit up straight in our chairs like this, like a nice posture. Give me a
Yes.
nice posture. Okay, and then I want you to say, "I am courageous," and breathe it in. So let's say it together. I
I
am.
am courageous.
Breathe it in. I let go of fear.
I let go fear.
Now say, I believe in myself, and breathe it in.
I believe in myself everything.
I believe in myself, and then breathe it in.
I believe in myself every day.
And I breathe out stress.
And I breathe out stress. Okay, so
Okay.
you have to continuously, these are those positive affirmations that you are teaching. You have to continuously remind yourself about this. I think this is a very, very powerful technique to keep consciously remind your brain about positivity, that don't let any negative thoughts come to your mind, and you believe in yourself. And I remember of having practiced these powerful affirmation first thing in the morning, and I see you doing that in the morning, and that's what really inspires me also again. But then yes, this is a very, very powerful exercise that you just reminded everyone that
Awesome.
this can be taught, and that's what I'm with the help of your this technique. I'm just telling the viewers that this can be practiced, and it will come by practice, and do it continuously for say 25-30 days every day in the morning, and it will become a way of life, I feel.
Yes,
You have to, so that's amazing, I think so.
I agree. And
Breathe out all
it
your stress, and take all the positive things in.
yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Please
Absolutely.
carry on. Yes.
How did you, I want to ask you, how did you feel right now when you just did that? Just like saying, I'm courageous, I believe in myself, and breathe that in, and then how you let go how did you feel?
See, when I spoke these positive lines, there was nothing else that I was thinking of. My whole concentration was on these positive words, I will say.
Beautiful.
Completely on these very, very highly impactful positive words. And then just breathing in and breathing out, and only concentrating on these positive things. And then I think initially, if you one person has a mind which he or she is feeling very low, you have to continuously do it for several minutes. It is not that, I think. What would you say on this? You can't be just, how many times is there a rule, Andres, that you will give, or you can suggest to our viewers, that how many times in the morning, or what are those positive affirmations that one must say in the morning?
Absolutely, yeah. So for me, I'm gonna do it for the rest of my life because it's repetition is just the key. Consistency is the key to success because I could easily stop doing it for a week, and then in that week I could go back to just maybe being negative or not feeling so positive because it's like a muscle, like if you stop working out, your muscles are going to leave, like you're not going to have muscles. And that's how your positivity, it's like it's a muscle. You have to continue to train it
Yeah,
forever. Like I don't
absolutely.
know. I would say just do it for 30 days, do it for 60 days, see the effect that it has on your life. And then you're going to say, well, if I feel this good, why wouldn't I do it every single day? It makes me feel amazing. So I would recommend, honestly, if you really want to change your life, if you really want to take your life to the next level, do this every day because I do it every day. I wake up and the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, today is going to be a great day. That is the
Wow.
first thing that I say. Today is going to be a great day. And sometimes even when I wake up not feeling like motivated, I tell myself, all right, today's going to be a great day. And then I say, okay, yeah, it's going to be a great day. And my mind, boom, changes just like that. And then I tell myself, okay, it's going to be a great day. And then what I do, the next thing that I do is I go into my bathroom and I splash some water on my face. And then I start saying some affirmations. I tell myself, I've been doing Tony Robbins affirmations where he says, now I am the voice. I will lead, not follow. I will believe, not doubt. I will create, not destroy. I am a force for good. I am a leader. I defy the odds. I set a new standard. I step up, step up, step up. And then I go like that, step up, step up. And then you just right there, me right now, I just felt my energy go up. Did you feel my energy go up just by boom,
Um,
just by doing that? It's just your physiology, man. It's so powerful. Right now, if I want to motivate everybody and I tell you, all right, Atul, well, you can do meditation. Yeah, yeah, just do meditation. You and no, everybody's gonna be thinking, turn this guy off,
Actually,
turn,
absolutely.
turn this guy off.
So it is, see, what is coming to my mind is that nobody else, the whole world right now is so much with the negative news of the coronavirus. There are a lot of people who have actually caught that in their mind and brain and only are evaluating. The first thing in the morning, they would reach out to the news, they would reach out to the newspaper and see how many cases came yesterday. What is the scene of the vaccination? And that's how they start the day, which is a very, very wrong thing to do at this time. You need to consciously practice positive living. And this is one of the things that you've told is very, very powerful way, which I feel that you're consciously, and as you rightly just said, that these are affirmations that you have made for yourself. I can like make my own affirmations for which I feel that I can recite, I'm comfortable with. So like you have made your own affirmations, even I can have those affirmations of my own. But the whole thing is positive thinking. Thought becomes things.
Yes, yeah.
Very important. It reminds me of that very, very impactful book. I think I'm forgetting the name.
Is it the power of
Somebody,
positive thinking?
yes, Power of Thought. No,
Or no?
it's very, very famous. Rhonda Bryan, I think. How can I forget the name of the book? Anyways, so that's fine. That's fine. But I, um, it had a very big tagline: "Thoughts becomes things." So
Mm,
whatever you think, whether it's positive or negative, it actually will happen.
yes.
So positive thoughts in the morning is very, very essential. What else, Andres? What else? It's becoming very,
Yeah.
very interesting. That's fine. So what else do you think can impact and which people can positive, and this affirmation, what I would like to relate here, not only for adults. Now recently we saw one caption on one of the posts on Facebook, and we thought that why can't we do it for children? Let's teach them to make these positive affirmations in the morning when they get up or when they come to the school. Along with the prayers, we should always have these positive affirmations that are part of our education system. Let
Mhm.
us make them follow this. That's so we've been thinking of starting it. Very, very powerful. Carry on. Yes, Andreas. What
Yeah,
else
no,
do you think?
Atul, that's a very powerful thing to do because what you're doing is you're conditioning, like not conditioning, but you're kind of telling these kids about positivity, maybe something that they don't have at home. I remember for when my kids they would go to their school, there was a thing that they would say that they are kind, they are respectful, they had all these affirmations, and they would say, "I am kind, I am respectful, I am." They were teaching them good affirmations, and I really believe that that is something very powerful that a lot of schools could use. If you just start the day off with the kid telling them, hey, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are courageous, then they'll believe it. Tell somebody something so many times, and then eventually they'll believe it. It's like that fake it till you make it thing. But you can actually teach these kids how to actually believe something that they don't right now. So I'm gonna one tool that I use for the youth, and this is every time that I give us. I actually have two tools. I'll give you two right now that I use with the kids. Is it's called cognitive reframing, and the way that I like to use this one is I like to teach it in a way that they can understand it. So I always ask everybody, hey everyone, do any of you ever send a Facebook message, an Instagram message, or a WhatsApp message to somebody, and then you see that they read the message, but they did not respond to you? And then you start getting mad and you start getting upset. And then I start seeing the kids and they're pointing at each other. Hey, you do that. Or you do that. Hey, that's you. That's you. You never respond. And then I tell them. And then later on, you see this person and you tell them, hey man, like, why didn't you answer my message? And then they tell you, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to hit the send button. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to, my phone died. It's happened to me. And I have been, like, sometimes I've been in the moment where I'm typing to somebody a message and then my phone dies. And then later on, when I open up my phone, they're like, hello, why haven't you answered? What's going on? And then I tell them, well, my phone died. I'm sorry. So I tell the kids, now you feel silly because you made up this story in your mind thinking that this person was ignoring you when really they just forgot to hit send or their phone died. So I tell them, rather than telling yourself something that makes you sad or mad, tell yourself, you know what? Maybe they're busy, or maybe they forgot to hit send, or maybe their phone died. And now, just by simply changing that story in your mind in that moment, will make you feel better. And that's just how powerful our minds are. You can change the story, boom, just like that. So you tell yourself, okay, they read the message, they're probably busy, or maybe their phone died, or their phone they dropped it in the toilet. I don't know, something like that. But it's better if we tell ourselves that story rather than they're probably ignoring me. I just know they're ignoring me. I know they are. I know they're being rude. No. So that's what I teach the kids. And that right there is a big one because kids are always thinking, why aren't they answering? Why aren't they liking my post? Why aren't they commenting on my post? And it makes them feel sad. And that honestly, they don't, since their brains are not fully developed, they don't understand. Sometimes they can't comprehend. But if we tell them stories like this, or we give them these little tools, they will start to be more conscious and more aware so that their emotional intelligence can rise up and they can be that leader that could tell somebody, hey, man, you know what? I know you're upset because nobody answered your message, but maybe they're busy, man. You never know. Maybe they forgot to hit send. I've done that before. And so what we're doing is we're creating leaders by giving these tools of emotional intelligence. And that's what I feel is something that we need a lot. And it's not only the kids that are struggling with this, it's adults too. So this is a tool that even adults can use. I used it. I know I've had to use it as well, where I tell myself, okay, you know what? They haven't responded. They're probably busy. These people are very busy people, and it's okay. I'll just resend another email, and I'll be all right. So that's one of the tools that I have. I don't know, any thoughts about that tool. What are your thoughts, Atul?
Amazing, I think. So, Andres, how has COVID impacted your life and people around you? What is happening in your life? Here there's a lot of change that has happened in our life. So,
Mhm.
what is your thought? How was it? It has impacted. Has it changed you?
Yes, and that's a great question, Atul. COVID. I don't know how people will feel about this, but I look at COVID as a blessing and I'll tell you why. Because during the first 2 months of COVID, I was suffering. Honestly, I was going through anxiety. I was feeling depressed. I was feeling really sad. I was thinking the worst things possible. Like the end of the world. I was thinking like, what if something happens to my family? What if something happens to me?
Absolutely.
And I was
Everybody, I think everybody has gone through that, and still people are going through it.
Yes,
Yeah,
people
please
are
carry on.
going through
Yes,
it.
yes.
Absolutely. And so for those first 2 months, I really struggled, man, because I'm used to speaking in front of an audience. I'm used to being like that physical touch of like saying, "What's up, man? How you doing, bro?" Like that's how I talk to the kids. Like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" Try to be like, like them, be cool with them. And I miss that, man. I really miss that a lot because that human connection in person, there's nothing like that. And I had a struggle, man. I lost contracts. I couldn't. I lost a couple of clients. I lost a lot of things during those first 2 months, man. And it just, now that I look back at it, I look at it. It was a test. It was a test from from God, the universe. It was just something to put me through that adversity, to give me that thick, even more thicker skin. I thought I already had thick skin, but it gave me even more thick skin. And so I feel like an elephant now. I have such thick skin. But when I went through that, it was just so hard and challenging. And I'm so grateful to have people like my mentors, my coaches. For example, Enrique Feldman. You know him, an amazing human being. He helped me out.
Absolutely.
My wife helped me out a lot. My wife was actually uh, she was kind of trying to tell me, "Hey, get it together." She was more courageous during those times, I think, than me. So it's always good to have a strong woman in your life to make sure that
Yeah.
she's pushing you, and making sure that she's kind of keeping you accountable to your emotions. And so she helped me out tremendously. And now I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because sometimes I do have my days where I'm not always Mr. Happy, like that. But I do my best to stay positive despite any adversities that come my way. And so I have looked at COVID like a blessing, because and now I'm connecting with more people. I'm getting more opportunities to speak online, to coach online. And so this industry that I'm in coaching and speaking is growing even more now, because it's needed more than ever. People need
Yes.
motivational speakers to come in and motivate people, even if it's through Zoom. And right now, the coaching and speaking, it's only growing even more. It's the both of them are billion-dollar industries. And there's a lot of opportunities for people who want to become a speaker, want to become a coach. There's so many opportunities out there for you to make money. It doesn't have to necessarily be just working a job. You can do it as a side income. I was doing it as a side income, and then eventually it became full-time. And it's just there's so many possibilities out there. So right now is the time to jump on to be a public speaker, a coach. And now you can do it from the comfort of your own home. That way you can
Yes.
run
Absolutely.
you can run
Absolutely.
your own schedule. You have your own calendar, have more time with loved ones. So it is a beautiful thing. And so that's why I see as COVID, it has it has been interesting. It has been challenging, but despite all that, I've been staying positive in my community. Yeah, of course, there's going to be people who are struggling, but there's also people who are still thriving and still making an impact in the world. So it just really all comes down to us and what we decide we want to focus on. Where focus goes, energy
Absolutely.
flows. So we have to focus on what can we do to make sure that we are staying positive. It starts with affirmations. It starts with cognitive reframing. These little simple tools that can change your life.
Absolutely. I think I completely agree with you. And this is a difficult time. And the only thing that one should keep in mind, that every adversity will end. It is not that this is not going to be happening with them for lifelong. So there will be definitely an end. And that is what people should hope for. Unfortunately, it is taking a little longer, because people had projected or thought that the vaccination will come very soon, maybe by the end of
Yeah.
this year. It's going to take some more time, but definitely I feel that you should this is the time to polish your skills. This is the time you have got to do a kind of I will say, check on yourself, that what is that you require, what is your calling, and how can you improve once things are back to normal. How will you utilize that time as a springboard? So I
Mhm.
think that is what I see you also concentrating, working on yourself. And that is what even I believe, that this is an opportunity to connect with people, increase your knowledge around the world, and even improve yourself. So that's what we think, and I'm sure this is going to end, and things will be better soon. Anyways, how has gratitude helped you in your life, and what is the advice that you are giving? You can give to children and the staff to be grateful even through this adversity?
Great question. I actually had this morning, I had a moment of gratitude because I was doing my meditation. And while I was meditating, I was thinking about something that I said to someone yesterday that was maybe a little bit rude. Maybe I didn't think it was so rude, but I kind of felt bad about it. And so what I did was I forgave myself in that moment during my meditation. And actually, let's. You want to do something right now, Atul?
So carry on, please.
Okay, cool.
We have some turbulence in our connection. I'll try to join you. Yeah, please carry on.
Okay, cool. So let's can you think of something? I'm not you don't have to say it, but can you think of something that maybe you might be feeling a little bit guilty about, or maybe you've been a little bit hard on yourself recently? Can you think about anything?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So now put your hand on your heart right now.
Okay.
Put your hand on your heart and then close your eyes. And then think about that one thing that you're feeling either guilty about or that you're upset about to yourself, and tell yourself, Atul, I forgive you and I love you. And then breathe it in.
I forgive you. Sorry, you'll have to repeat that. I
So
just missed it.
say your name, Atul, I forgive you and I love you. And then breathe it in.
Okay, Andres, I love you and I forgive you.
Okay, no. So you're going to say your name because you're forgiving yourself.
Okay,
Okay.
Atul, I love you and I forgive yourself.
And then breathe it in. And then tell yourself again, Atul, I forgive you and I love you. And then breathe it in.
Atul, I love you and I forgive you.
Breathe it in. How did you feel right now?
I think relieved
Relieved.
that
Yes.
yes, I love myself and I'm forgiving myself on that. So
Yes.
yes, again, it is about um consciously telling yourself in your mind
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
don't keep that guilt in your mind, just forgive it, let it go,
Yeah.
let it come out. And even Andres, I would like to ask you, I would like to take this opportunity. There is a lot of, because since you are from the background of motivational speaking and motivating people, how do you connect writing, maybe journal,
Oh yeah.
because sometimes I use that, what you are saying, that Atul, forgive me, or I love myself. I have
Mm-hmm.
a habit. Sometimes whenever I'm in difficulty, I write my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
It really helps me a lot, which I'm actually telling to our viewers. It really helps me make a decision whenever I have any complexity in my mind. I write those things so that I'm clear about my doubt, I'm clear about what is going on in my mind, and then I take a decision on that, whether what is the thing, if this happens, should it, uh, should I do this or should I not do this? So writing helps me a lot. What are your views on that? Do you advocate journaling, or how do you, what is your message on that?
I love it, Atul. I love that you do that, man. That's so powerful of you to do that because it reminds me of I think it was Abraham Lincoln, that what he would do is when he would get upset with somebody that he was gonna either challenge or battle with, he would write a big long letter to that person, and then he would put it in his drawer. And then a week later, he would come back and he would look at the letter and he would rip it up and throw it away. Instead of like battling or reacting, he would do that. So that's amazing that you do that, first of all. And for me, what I do is I journal every day for 5 minutes, and I journal what I'm grateful for. I journal what anything that happened the day before. I journal about it and I say what I'm grateful for. And then I also write down any ideas that I want to create for the future. And then I just pretty much just write out my thoughts, any problems that I might be having with somebody, and I put them on paper and I let it go. And tomorrow I'll definitely be putting this moment with you as one of my grateful moments, because I'm grateful right now just to be here with you, man, because I love your
Absolutely
energy.
amazing. Thank you.
I love
Thank
your
you.
you're a great
Thank you.
human being, and you have a great heart, man. And I could feel you. Like the first time I met you, man, I was like, man, this guy's my type of people. I love Atul. I love what he does. He's a great man. So I'm definitely going to put this on my gratitude journal. So even practicing gratitude right now, man, like right now, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be talking to you. I'm grateful to be alive. So you got to be grateful in the moment. Even looking at your
Yes.
hands, like, oh man, I have my hands. The other day I saw a man with no hands and no feet and no arms and no legs, and I'm thinking, wow, man, I'm grateful I have my arms and my legs. Whew. So yeah, gratitude. I think another thing that I think that we can do as parents is we have to teach kids about gratitude. For example, I myself, I don't know if Atul is still here, but I'll keep talking. I don't care in case he comes back. So I myself, what I do is I try to teach my kids about gratitude, about being grateful for the little things. Just even looking at the moon, looking at the stars, looking at the sun, looking like. So I'm grateful for all those things, and I teach my kids about gratitude. I always try to teach my kids, hey, like look at that beautiful sun, look at that beautiful moon. And then they start telling me, hey, dad, look at the sun, look at the moon, or look at that rainbow. My wife, she tells my kids, hey, baby, look at that rainbow. That rainbow's for you. So now every time we see a rainbow, my kids say, hey, send a picture to mommy about that rainbow. That look, we found a rainbow for her. So I think it's just teaching kids how to be more mindful of what their surroundings are and not focusing on negativity. And also saying what I tell my kids, I'm so grateful for you, son. I love you. So we have to be the example for our kids so that they can say, wow, okay, my dad is grateful for me. He loves me. So if we say, I'm grateful for you, son, and I love you, then they're gonna say, oh wow, they're grateful for me. That's what is that, first of all? And why does my dad keep telling me he's grateful for me? And then they start using these words. So we have to be the change we want to see in the world. So
Absolutely amazing. Yes, you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. You can't be just sitting and commenting and just thinking that things would happen on its own. You have to take the responsibility and just go ahead and do it. So
yes,
very very important, Andres.
yes.
Andres, one very important thing that I've been watching every morning, you walking like a warrior, and then you send us your beautiful videos every day, positive affirmations. What is that morning ritual that you follow, that you
Okay.
do daily? Can you just tell our viewers so that how to start the day? Now, I'm not sure that it's possible to do inside the house at the comfort of your home if you can't go out in the morning, or you are that lazy bum, not to push out of the bed and walk out.
Yeah,
But I see you walking like a warrior actually. So what is that morning ritual, and what does it give you? Why do you do that? So please
yeah,
tell our viewers. Yeah.
yeah. Great question. Thank you for asking. Yeah. So the first thing that I do, I wake up and I say today's going to be a great day. And then, like I said earlier,
Andres, I'm not sure people will know. We want to know your routine. What time do you get a man?
oh yeah. So I wake up at 2:50 in the morning. I know it's a little crazy,
I
but
know that's the reason, because I know that you are awake during that time. So that's why I wanted to let people know that this is what the warrior does. This is what the so gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen who are watching us live. So and we have a man who gets up at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Yes,
yeah,
please carry on, Andres.
yeah.
Tell us about your
So,
routine.
and
I
then
have
just
I have met people and I've seen them, and known people who've got up at 4:30. That is the earliest that they got up, but I you are the first person that I've met who gets up at 2:30 a.m. So you want
yeah.
to know what is your ritual, and how do you spend the first few hours of the day? Yeah, please carry
Yeah.
on.
Great. So, and just to be fair, I go to sleep at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So that's why I wake up so early. So I do get my sleep. I'm not saying that I don't sleep, but so yeah, I wake up. I tell myself today's going to be a great day. I do the splashing of the water, and then I start telling myself the affirmations in the mirror for about 2 minutes, and then right after that, I start throwing some punches to get my blood flowing, and then I do 50 push-ups, and then right after those 50 push-ups, I go into meditation. So I meditate for about 20 minutes, or sometimes I do yoga, depending what I feel like, because I always like to switch it up. And then if I'm doing yoga, I listen to positive videos, motivational speakers, or I do my meditation for 20 minutes. And then once after I'm done with the meditation, I then journal. I journal for 5 minutes with some hot water. And then right after that, I read a book. I read a positive book. And then once I read the positive book, I then go into my workout. And my workout, it could be a physical workout. I go for a run, or I do Tai Bo, or I do yoga. I just do something for 20 minutes so I can sweat. And then right after that, I take a cold shower. So I've been taking a cold shower for like 2 years now, and it's amazing. And that's pretty much my routine. That's what I do every day, and I've been staying very consistent. I had not missed the day in quite some time, and I love it because it gets my day going, and now boom, I have all the energy in the world to take on the day.
Amazing. What time? So, what time do you sleep, Andres? In the
Uh,
evening? Is it evening or it's night?
Yeah, so I go to sleep like at 7:30 or 8 p.m. I go to sleep
Okay.
very early. That's why I wake up so early, because I go to sleep very early as well.
So, is that a family routine that everybody follows, or you are the only one who will sleep early, or how is it?
Well,
Is
for
it
the most part, my family does go to sleep at about 8, but then sometimes my kids, they'll stay up like 8:30 or 9. But even if they go to sleep a little bit later than me, I'm still going to sleep at my time. Like I'm gonna go to sleep at this time, and that's it. Because sometimes the kids, they take a nap in the morning, in the afternoon, and then they still have energy. So my wife and my kids, they go to sleep maybe about 9 p.m. But I'm already asleep, so I'm good.
Yes. So I have a few of my friends who joined. I would like to say hi to them. Parminder Munde, he's also there watching us live and he's been commenting and very, very surprised to know your routine. We have Suganya from Gubichettapalyam. That's one of the towns in Tamil Nadu. She's
Cool.
also with us. Then I have Preeti with us. Then even Holly, Elisa Bruno. I think she's also from the US, Texas, I believe. And she
Awesome.
says that I've been following her, and she says that Atul, uh, great that you've been talking about larger issues. Good to know. And then we had some more Facebook viewers who have been watching us.
Nice.
Amazing, Andres. I think Enrique also was there today when we
Cool,
started
cool.
off. Yes, yes,
Nice.
our dear friend and our guide. So I
Yeah,
think
thank you all
great.
for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful to have you here, Holly. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right, Parminder, and then Priti, I believe.
Preeti is
So
my wife. Yes, Preeti and Suganya. Yes, and then Sana. She's one of our Siddharth.
yeah,
They're
Sana, I've
they're.
had the pleasure
Uh,
to meet. Yeah, she's wonderful. So great. We're grateful to everybody here on the call. I really appreciate all of you. I'm grateful for this moment to have people watching right now. I'm grateful for all of you who are watching this, and I hope that this has been helpful. And I just want to say gratitude and much love to all of you.
Amazing. I think great. Andreas, this is just the beginning. I want to continue to invite you and also Mr. Feldman on this show. This was a little different than our normal educational series that we do, but I
Okay.
believe that motivation and these kind of strategies are for the help of the community, whether it's educators, parents, teachers, or ourselves. So my sincere thanks to you, Andres, once again for
Thank
sharing
you.
your precious thoughts with us today. And I would also like to thank all our viewers on Facebook for taking your precious time out to watch our show live. I wish you good night and stay safe until we meet again next week. Thank you so
And
much. Bye. Bye
thank
bye,
you.
everyone. Bye,
Bye.
Andres. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.